Hello and welcome. So, if you're watching this, you're thinking about buying Reign of Kings. First things first to my chums. I know in my last video I recommended getting this game and playing it with me. Hold fire on that. Don't spend your money just yet. And I'll tell you why. So, Reign of Kings is a very novel game. You start off on a beach with very little clothes and you have to survive eking out food and water, and eventually you get these things and you get yourself a better weapon than this stick, and you start to think, you know what? I want to start throwing down roots, and you can do. You can start building places. For example, over here, you can start building. You can start collecting some wood. You can start building a wooden shelter, and then you start to grow. You know, like I'm just going to start collecting stone, and you move from there. Now, stone and wood for construction blocks is incredibly expensive. You need to harvest 30 stone to create this stone block, and that takes a little while. Even with upgraded pickaxes, you're still only getting like 10 stone per swipe. So when you need 3 swipes to get 1 block, you can see how soon it adds up. Now my issue is this. My issue with Reign of Kings is no solidity, okay? In that, for a little while it was very good. I was running around, I found this spot, I settled. I was near some iron, I was near some stone. I started building things. And you can see the external wall of my area. Now it was a triple thick walled building. The floor was all stone. I had various technologies available. I had multiple smelters. I was able to produce... what's going on over there? Something's going wrong. You're able to produce multiple things, and I was loving it. Now, I'm not much for combat, and if combat is your thing, this game has it in spades. You can run around, and you can attack people on sight, and you can take their stuff. And that's fine. You know, you expect that in a survival game. You will always have people who are running around and just trying to kill you. And that's great. Like, I like that element. I like when I see someone that I'm worried and I am cautious about approaching them, and that's good. However, the issue I have is with this. When you want to start building on an area, if you start building here without having claimed the land, anyone can come along and take apart your resources and collect them for themselves. They can do that right away. And what you do is you put down like this heraldry that allows you to claim this land, and it stops other people from being able to build on your land. Fantastic. That's great. The issue is with this. Now, the heraldry itself only has 1,500 hit points. To put that in context, this wooden block, which is one of the weakest, has 3,000 hit points. So even the weakest block has twice as much as your heraldry. Without your heraldry... Oh, I walked on my own spikes, okay. Without your heraldry, the land is available to anyone to take apart and keep. Okay, fine. The trouble is that it doesn't matter about your walls. When I was being chased by someone, you could lock myself in my gate and I was safe, and I could be like, hello down there. It's got this fantastic thing where you push V and you can talk through your mic. It's very good. But what happens is there's this glitch where people can gain access to your castle and simply destroy your heraldry. Now, with this weapon, which is the starting weapon, it will take about 3 to 4 minutes to destroy it, but you can destroy it. So they gain access to your building, they destroy your heraldry, and you can see here what they've done. You can see that they've got this... these cheap forest blocks, and they've built up and they've climbed over the wall that way because they no longer has that build radius. So they've just been able to climb over and they've just taken it apart, and this is what's become of my place. Like I said, 15 hours, and this is what it becomes. The other issue is that this wreck will stay here now, floating on the map. I'm not gonna work on it again. No, I'm not even going to play this game again. If there was a dedicated connection, I would consider that. But I'm not going to. Like 15 hours and this happens. One thing you could do, if you can't solve the glitch, whoever makes this game, if you can't solve the glitch, make the heraldry, just as a test, make it 150,000 hit points. Make it so massive that if someone does glitch into your building, they can't necessarily destroy your heraldry with a hand tool. You know, make them use siege engines, because I tell you, on the Steam trailer, you see this big castle and you see this row of 3 trebuchets, and it looks like this very grand battle. You'll never see that in game. You'll never see it. I'm amazed that this guy isn't killing me. You'll never see it. You'll never see big siege battles. What you will see is very simple buildings, no grand castles, no big sense of living in a kingdom where there's a king. You'll have one chair that people run and dash on, and occasionally a king for a little while, but no buildings will surface. There'll be no villages. Now, I was trading with people from my wall and talking to them. Some people even moved in next door to me. This place is other people. Player characters. I started trading with them, we got talking, and we traded, and they moved in, but then they got wrecked, and then shortly after I got wrecked, and you noticed that a community started to appear right here, but it doesn't get a chance to happen because it just gets raided. The other thing is, the only way to really play this game is to become that thing that I dislike, and you just go around attacking everybody immediately and glitching into other people's buildings and taking their stuff. But then it's just stealing from each other. There's no buildings, there's no solidity. So that's it, really. That's all I've got to say. If you like building things, don't play this game. There's plenty of games out there that involve building. Either a dedicated server where you know everyone that's playing, or they change the heraldry in some way. Change that thing that gives you the captured land. So that's it, really. A big disappointment because the game's got a lot of promise, but they're just not going to solve it. They're just not going to solve it. Not anytime soon, anyway. And the server's reset after a few weeks, anyway. So you could spend ages building a server and it just gets reset. So, I mean, if you're wealthy enough to somehow pay for a dedicated server, do it. Yeah, this game could be a lot of fun. A huge amount of fun, in fact. But it's going to be no solidity to it whatsoever. And that makes me really sad because this game came so close to being something I really enjoyed. I had a windmill going. I was trying to figure out how to bake bread. Trading with people, just player-driven trade. Like, I didn't want to leave my castle walls, so they brought the materials to me. And in exchange, I smelted the metal objects. Smelted and crafted metal objects. It was fantastic. But yeah, so that's it. Rant over. I mean, I didn't want it to just be me being hating on the game. The game is very good. It's very fun. It has a lot of good elements. But it's just... Oh, there's a deer near me somewhere. Yeah, just over there. A lot of good elements, but it's just... I'm just never going to do it. Never going to do it. Never going to play it. Well, I'd like to. Oh, it's so horrible when you feel like that about the game. You want to play it, but there's just something so fundamentally wrong. A little thing as well. If they just change the hit points of the thing, I'm sure... I mean, it's not a perfect change. It's not balanced. But if they change the hit points, it stops you from going from a fully working castle to this in one night. Because that's what I did. I was playing this yesterday. I logged in today to show you the castle. But that's it. I've been Table. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think. If you have fallen into the same trap and bought this game, tell me what you think about it. And I'll see you again. Take care, stay chum, and don't forget, most important of all,